Yo, what's up? This is your boy Postman. You're tuned in to Post in a Diary Room. Welcome to Post in a Diary Room. And as you may know, every day is a good day to get a delivery from the postman. And of course, if this is your very first time tuning in, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, enjoy the review because today I am actually reviewing Usimamane's debut album titled 20th Days Before Mod. As we get into the album itself, the project has 14 tracks. It has a superstar studded lineup with the likes of KO, Teleman, Youngster CPT, Java, Case Closed, his longtime collaborator in Tony Daimane. We also have Malum Cool Cat in the fold. Usimamane is ahead of his peers, way ahead of his peers, if you may. And to have these kinds of features on your first album is a dream come true. I can't contend that, can't fight that. However, the only issue that I have is actually these features making sense in the project, because I do feel like a lot of these features that are featured on this particular project don't make sense at all. I don't think Usimamane was actually supposed to just fire through with the debut album, because this kind of leaves a bitter taste in our mouths because it's a debut, it's an album. An album is supposed to be a lot more meaningful. But Buffet too, as a brand, there's been a huge shift in brand. Usimamane is someone that you take seriously now. The album cover looks absolutely great. There was not much of a rollout, to be specific, but yeah, he is looking like he's on some crazy motion right now. With all of this considered, there is a part of me that feels like some of these songs were recorded a while back or a while ago, especially when you listen to the lyrical content on the song The Culture, which is the intro, a song that brings us right into this project, or the first song that you hear when you tap into this project. So The Culture has a part where Usimamane says, 30K monthly listeners, 300K, we feel him. That's something to talk about. And when you look at things right now as it stands, Usimamane has well over 2 million streams on Ephilium, as well as over 30K monthly listeners. One thing I'll always give Usimamane credit for is his beat selection. Because when you listen to the song Upete, that features Slim Ego as well as OK Malum Coquette, which is probably a full circle moment for the guys. The song in itself, when you just consider it in the album, it's just a song where these guys were just coming together and they were just having fun, because the song in itself doesn't have much of a takeaway. It's just them saying "Bona bahamba ngopete," and just the song moves from left to right. They're exchanging bars and they just essentially vibing. You see, money and Smamani are friends. So now in this context, there's a song called Discount, which I felt was very weak. It's produced by Shani J. I love the beat, by the way. The song is very weak, and as far as the album is concerned, it doesn't belong in the album. It would have worked as a single, not as a song in the album. The song Chick ironically kicked off everything for him. The song actually changed his life, and it's a very big song of the year in my opinion. But still, on this note, Yamali, clearly a check was not enough because he now wants the whole entire bank. On the song Bank, he features Anati as well as Tony Daimani. Very good song in my opinion. I thought Anati was dictating terms out there. He was teaching the boys how to do a couple of things. He was actually schooling the boys. He was taking charge. It felt like his song, and these guys were just side by side next to him. I believe in the song. I think the song might just do something for the boys. While we all know it, Usimamane is always gonna make mention, or he's always gonna be proud of who has inspired him to make the music that he makes. And there is a song that is more of a little baby influenced type joint. It's titled Dangerous. It features Case Closed. I did feel like this was a great place to build, especially when you consider the contextual impact that the song has. The song is about Usimamane telling us about his brother being arrested and how he had to be a man as soon as that happened. The album, as you go deep and listen right into it, you end up feeling like the album is messy and it sounds like a bunch of songs that were just put together and that was called an album. And the songs also themselves don't sound like songs that were made specifically for an album. I believe that there are certain areas that he could have used to build around a cohesive, well-structured album, especially when you consider joints like Ovalo, Dangerous, Good, Biggest Culture. My highlight on this project has to be the song Slide 1, 2, 3. Work out 7 days a week. Vegan. I like that song. It features Mash Beats as well as Telemann. I thought the song was very good in the sense that the strings give off some Spanish guitar type element to the song. And Telemann, I haven't heard from Telemann in a while. And for him to just come on the song and just perform like that was something that I really, really liked and enjoyed, because I do think it was a collective effort. And also, to be fair, Telemann is a great compliment for Usimamane, because what works with Nasty C and Telemann is bound to also work out with Telemann and Usimamane. I'm just saying though, but Telemann seems to understand textures and is very good at it. Interestingly, the talking point around feminists in recent times, or modern day feminists that I know of, is the VN on the joint, Uvalo. A lot of dollies are saying they can't listen to that song because that VN was that girl compromising them, because, whoa. I like the song, especially Java's verse. Java was crazy for opening up with the fact that yeah, Nushanga philophobia. Philophobia, by the way, for those who don't know, is of course a fear of love. And the song is about Usimamane actually telling us that he's afraid of loving this girl, and Java then comes on narratively walking the boy side by side. Great lyrical display from Java, importantly, because like I said, he was narratively side by side. He didn't deviate, he didn't walk away, and he didn't, yeah, just take a detour and just talk about something else that isn't about the song. The song is well structured. I like the song. I think it's a very relatable song, and I think just because Sonke Siachola and Sonke, we are going through some type of love situation. So this is a song that may come in handy when the other companion feels like they are being loved less. So this is a song to tap into. And the transition from Ovalo to Can't Hang was pretty much awful, was not really pleasant to listen to. It had me confused because half the time when you listen to an album, an ideal transition would be maybe adding a song that was gonna phase you out. But to move from Ovalo to Can't Hang to then 21 and then Opambene didn't make sense to me. There's a 24-second run from Usimamane where he's actually going toe to toe with KO on minute 24 all the way to minute 48. That bag that he channeled out there, that pocket, he was actually riding the beat so well. The song Biggest Culture should have been, in my opinion, the outro, because it gives off some vibes of it being the last call by Kanye West, because there Usimamane is shouting out his friends, he's saying RIP to a couple of homies that have passed on. I can feel what he was cooking. I can feel what he was cooking on the song Good Day, because he's basically telling us with this. Never thought he'd leave the house at such a young age. He's basically saying Spuma Good with this life thing, and he went to Johannesburg just to examine Pilo, because that's the land of the free, the land of opportunities, the land of gold. And generally, it's just a bunch of ideas that could have been well structured. It's just that he didn't do that. I don't know if it was a lack of time, but there are key moments, man, on this particular project. It's just that they just don't link up. They just don't tie any main idea. There is no main idea in this particular project. Unfortunately, this was his debut, and yeah, his counterparts, all of them, including some of the guys that were featured in this particular project, have had very, very strong debut albums. I was not impressed by this album. It does have moments where it sounds nice, and then moments where you just feel a lot lost and you just have not much of a takeaway. This album gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Usimamane is 20 at Days Before Maud gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Post in the diary room, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment. Do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, I will see you on the next one.